Hi everyone, welcome to the channel. It's the Spiritual Warrior UK here. If you're new to the channel, welcome. Please also check us out on our Instagram and Facebook at the Spiritual Warrior UK. Post daily on there. And we're going to have a look at the weekly energies this week from the 1st of June through to the 7th. There is a lot going on astrologically this week. I did an absolutely amazing weekly energy reading yesterday, and it didn't record. It stopped recording after about 10 minutes and I could have cried. It was just so amazing. And yeah, so I've left it, and I'm doing it this morning just to see what comes through. So yeah, please check out our other channels. If you would like a personal reading or guidance, you can go to our website, thespiritualwarrior.uk, and all my listings and everything I have to offer is up there. So we've got this week, the 1st of June through to the 7th of June, and there is a lot going on. We've got the full moon lunar eclipse in Sagittarius, and that's on Friday. That's at 8:11 p.m. in the UK. This is the rose moon or the strawberry moon. We've also got 3 eclipses happening in June, so an awful lot going on. So I might do dailies this week as well, just really sort of see. I've got quite a lot of personal readings to do, so we'll just sort of see how things do. So let's get some themes for this week. What are the themes for the week of the 1st of June through to the 7th of June, please, Spirit? What are the themes? Oh, okay, that will clear out. And then another. Right, a new romantic cycle begins, sorry, not appears. A new romantic cycle begins. And actually, I think that was the card that came out in the last reading that I did as well. The North Node, step out of your comfort zone. Interesting. Okay, let's just get a few more. So of course, with the eclipse on Friday, these are things, old things that are taking out of your life, things that no longer serve you, things that are illuminated with the full moon. And we've also got creation. So starting things new, starting things afresh. And one more, please, Spirit. What else do we need to know about this week? Oh, no, that's too many. I'm not taking all those. 1st of June through to the 7th of June, please. One more for the themes of this week. 1st to the 7th of June. Thank you. Meditation. This is so bizarre. This is another card that came out in the reading that I did yesterday. So I'm just going to check that this is recording. Yes. So a new romantic cycle begins. Step out of your comfort zone and creation. Create something new. Create a new beginning. Meditation for me is all about balance. It's about bringing in balance. It's about bringing in peace, bringing in harmony. And again, this was very much the theme of the last reading that I did yesterday. So if we look at these scales here, new romantic cycle begins where it's in balance. Libra is all about balancing the scales, making things right. You know, sometimes we need to step out of our comfort zone to do this, to step into what we want to create. And interestingly, on this creation, it looks like it's a full moon on here. 39, what's that? That's 12, so that's 13. 12, I mean 3. So that's all about creativity, the Empress energy. And then we've got the meditation, peace, relief and sanctuary. So Let's get a few tarot cards and just see what's happening for the themes for this week. Okay, Spirit, what are the themes that are supporting us this week? 1st of June through to the 7th of June. Okay. A few more, please. Themes that are supporting us. Okay. They are flying out already. So we've got the Two of Swords, the Queen of Pentacles in reverse. We've got the Hierophant, and we've got the Knight of Pentacles. Just going to get a clarifier on Queen of Pentacles in reverse. Where's this Queen in reverse? Wow, they're certainly coming out fast. When the Queen of Pentacles, we've got the Two of Swords. I love it when that happens. So the Two of Swords, you know, what's supporting us this week is the Two of Swords is normally about inner conflict. It's about not knowing. It's about being blindfolded. But what I'm actually getting is, you see how she is looking up at this moon, and it feels that the moon is going to illuminate her, that through this moon, and it's really interesting, the tarot that I get brought to, because if you have a look at this, which is more like the original tarot, they're not looking upwards, they're looking straight ahead, and the moon is completely different. It's not a full moon. So this, you know, very much a feeling around the full moon is going to be big shifts. It's going to come illuminating. It's going to become much clearer that the mask is coming off. The Queen of Pentacles is someone that knows her worth. And with this being in reverse, it kind of feels that there is some back and forth energy in kind of not trusting herself. And you see again with this card, we've got the rabbit. So it's very much about fertility, about growing things new with her One Pentacle in this solid, tangible beginning, in this new beginning, but it's in reverse. So because it's not being seen, this is what's coming up to highlight it. But it's really interesting that the Two of Swords, as a clarifier, came that in reverse. So again, that's the energy that I was getting more of this, and this is just confirming it, is that is shifting that sword energy, where that indecisive, I can't speak this morning, indecisiveness, that going back and forth is coming to a close, where things are much more stable, things are much more knowledgeable. It's like, you know, the Hierophant is the male energy, and I do feel that it's either the male energy or the divine masculine coming forth through in what's supporting us through this energy of back and forth. It's coming through in a much more solid way, in a much more meaningful way, it's like I'm getting traditional values in, you know, there are no people, and again in this Hierophant, it is just a masculine, and it feels like it's a much more traditional sense. This is what I feel, this is my knowing. And then the Knight of Pentacles is about moving forward. It's about not afraid to pursue their desires. And he's got his pentacle here, and she's got her pentacle here. And I feel that the feminine, because they've had this back and forth energy, that she doesn't quite realize is going to be coming to a close with something that's much more solid, much more tangible, much more stable, much more honorable. I'm getting honorable, and beliefs and values and traditional, that's going to be stepping forward. Okay, really interesting. Okay, let's have a look at the energies that are going to be challenging us this week. Okay, they're certainly flying out quickly. Queen of Cups, energies that are challenging us this week. Spirit for 1st to the 7th of June. Challenging energies for this week. Queen of Cups, Page of Pentacles. What are the challenges? A few more, please. is it? What are the challenges for the week of the 1st to the 7th of June? Wow, okay. Interesting. The star has also come up in nearly every reading that I have been doing. So the challenges this week, we've got the Queen of Cups, the Page of Pentacles, we've got the Star, and we've got the Two of Wands. Just going to move these up slightly. So the Queen of Cups, it's really stepping into this feminine energy and stepping forth with this cup of love, knowing what love is, almost a realization of what love is. I'm being really drawn to the water lilies of the lotuses of this card. The lotus flower is it grows in murky, muddy waters underneath the water, and then when it comes up to the surface, it flowers, and it comes into this beautiful flower. And I really feel that that's what that has manifested, the feminine energy, that nurturing energy, that awareness, that trusting energy has really come to the surface for both the masculine and the feminine. She's here with her single cup of love. She's here ready to step forward. The Three of Cups for me, it's about meetup, it's about celebration, and here we've got the Three Cups here. I feel that something is going to come forward, that there is a meetup, communication coming forth in a much more traditional way, a solid way. And we've got the Page of Pentacles again, a simple communication, an apology, something new, the early steps. But if you look with these cards, the court cards all have this single pentacle, this beginning, this tangible new start. And again, if you can see, this page looks very feminine with the long hair, and I feel that this is coming through in a nurturing, in a honest, in an open, and in a very honorable way. I keep getting that word, honorable. And then we've got the Star being illuminated, being guided, coming into balance again. We've got the balance of this new romantic cycle that starts in the meditation, which is about balance again, creating something new. And the Two of Wands is about looking out to the future, that inner discontentment, and again that divided mind, whereas now that is much more in the balance, knowing what you want, knowing that you want to step forward into something that's much more tangible, much more solid, much more secure. Okay, so let's have a look at the Divine Masculine and see where his headspace is for this week. So I'm using 3 different tarot decks. This is what I was drawn to do yesterday. So I'm just going to say with the same, as a lot of the same cards are coming out. Slightly different energies today. Very much similar cards. So let's have a look at the Divine Masculine's headspace, please, for the 1st to the 7th of June. 1st to the 7th of June. And I do feel that this is a divine union reading. I do feel that the energies are coming together. I do feel that they're more in alignment. Where's the Divine Masculine's headspace, please? And there's the Two of Wands there again. Divine Masculine's headspace, please. Oh, the Lovers. This came out yesterday. This is so bizarre. Okay, we've got the Divine Masculine's headspace. So we've got the Two of Wands. We've got the Six of Swords in reverse. And we've got the Lovers. But look at these Two of Wands. This looks much more like the Two of Cups. You know, in this Two of Wands, you're not looking out. You're not looking out on your own into the distance. There's no one else here. You've got the world at your feet and you can't see it. You should be so contented, and there is a single solitary bird. But look at this card. This is you know, union. There are the flowers that are blooming and blossoming. These crows are completely together. They are united. There's no looking anywhere. They've got their eyes shut. They are in complete harmony. And I'm getting complete contentment, complete harmony is the energy around this card. And again, we see where we've got the moon up here, or the world. Yeah, it feels very much more of a cup energy than a one energy. The Six of Swords, carrying the burden in its upright position, grief and pain. And I feel that there's been lots of tower moments for the divine masculine. All the readings last week I was doing, it was tower after tower after tower in every reading, letting go of that pain and coming into the lovers, coming into the union. You know, the balance, the deep loving, the deep love. Again, you look at these crows, they are, you know, they have their heads down, they're not looking at anybody else. And I'm also being really drawn to the snake. You know, the snake is the Kundalini energy. The snake sheds its skin, and I really feel that that is what has happened to the divine masculine. It's like it, and the snake doesn't shed its skin quickly. It takes time. It takes time to move out of that skin. You know, a bit like the metamorphosis of the butterfly. They've moved out of that into a new person, into a new being, into an awakening masculine, into a divine masculine. Okay, where is the divine masculine's heart space for week 1st to the 7th of June? 1st to the 7th of June, please, divine masculine's heart space. One more, please, divine masculine's heart space. Just one, please. One more, please. Any more? Any more for the divine masculine's heart space? Oh. Okay, interesting that these are all in reverse. So let's just get some clarifiers. Okay, why is the 4 here in reverse, please? Go. 9 of Swords. Justice, Ace of Cups. Why is the Queen of Pentacles in reverse here, please? Okay. All right, got it. So jumping in, wanting to step forward, wanting to come forward with this love that he feels, with this connection that he feels. But there is a process that he's gone through of guilt, of what has happened in the past, of really sort of seeing his actions when he wasn't awakened, and now that he is awakened, really sort of recognizing that his actions weren't always as kind to the feminine as possible, and that there is a like a integration period. Justice coming forward, again, balance. Look at the new romantic cycle begins in Libra. So again, we've got these balance, the balance of the meditation coming into balance in the mind, body, spirit. Balance is coming in, justice is coming in with a new beginning, with a new cup of love. Knowing that his queen knows her worth, knows how to take care of herself, but unable to step forward at this time, just coming out of a time of contemplation, of going within, of needing to integrate it all together. Okay, what else do we need to know about the divine masculine's heart space in what he's trying to balance out? The Wheel of Fortune, yeah, end of the cycles coming in. What else do we need to know about this divine masculine's heart space, please? The King of Wands, stepping into this of Wand energy. And with this King of Wands, it always reminds me of the Strength card. And Seven of Wands. Bottom of the deck, we've got the Four of Wands. So here, coming out to the end of a cycle with his heart space, he is bringing this to this. There has been lots of change, lots going on, and it's the end of a cycle now. This old pattern is not coming to play anymore. And really with the King of Wands, it's that strong, mature growth is what he's grown into, has grown into the Queen, grown into the Divine Masculine. That feels very, the whole of this energy feels very, very strong. And then we've got the Seven of Wands. Again, that's that stress, that fighting, the need to protect himself. It's now gone. And we've got at the bottom of the deck, coming into union, coming into this time of blessing, time of joy, which again looks like the start of the headspace. Actually looks more in harmony with the Two of Wands in this deck. But coming together and working towards coming through with the union here. Okay, let's have a look at what the Divine Feminine is up to. Okay, let's have a look for the Divine Feminine's headspace, please. Where is she at for week 1st to 7th of June? Divine Feminine, please, 1st to 7th of June. Divine Feminine, please, 1st to 7th of... Whoop, that's too many. Okay, that one wants to come. Four of Cups. Okay, Divine Feminine. Where's her headspace at for this week? The Emperor. She knows he's coming. She knows he's on his way. One more, please. Where's the Divine Feminine's headspace for this week, please? Justice. Really interesting. This this happened with the other reading that I did. Ooh, just knocked the camera with my head. Sorry about that. A lot of the cards really came out and repeated in exactly the same space. So we've got the Justice here. The Justice is in reverse. For here we've got the Four of Cups, we've got the Emperor, and we've got the Justice in the right way. So everything about this reading feels like it's coming into balance this week. Four of Cups is just that going within, the emotional dissatisfaction of really this one cup of not coming forth, not seeing these three cups of celebration, which was really what I was getting with this Queen of Cups here. With the lotus flower coming out with these three cups of celebration, and even though the Divine Feminine has not seen these three cups, they are there. This meetup is there. It's a celebration with this cup that's both coming, and these cards feel like the energy of these cards feels so similar. The Emperor is here. The Divine Masculine within her, the strength within her, brings about justice, of what she's been through, of bringing balance into this situation, bringing balance into her headspace, making things clear, making it stable. Yeah, that's the word I'm getting. It's the stability of it. The balance brings about stability. Okay, where's the Divine Masculine's, Divine Feminine's heart space, please? Divine Feminine heart space, please. Where's the Divine Feminine's heart space? Oh! Okay, I'm going to take these because there's 4. Okay, the World, the Eight of Cups. Oh, there's quite a lot here, but I'm going to go with it now. The Lovers. Okay, the Nine of Pentacles and the Tower. Okay. So it's interesting that the World is below the Four of Cups. So very much the feeling of not recognizing that you've got the world at your feet. You were so in your power, divine feminines, that you really weren't seeing this. You got caught up in your masculine's energy. I feel that you might have actually been purging for him. Oh, I've just noticed that there's another 4 cards here. I feel that there's a separate I don't even know how they flew out. I'm gonna read these. The 8 of Cups, but you're walking away from this, not seeing things clearly, not seeing what's in front of you. That's past. Through this Tower moment, really coming into, here it's the Princess of Pentacles, which is the Page of Pentacles. So that simple communication, it's almost like the apology to yourself. We had the Page of Pentacles here. This was happening yesterday's reading. We had the same cards coming up. We've got the Page here in the themes, and then coming into the Lovers, exactly the same as the Divine Masculine. You've both got the Lovers in your reading. The Tower moments are finished. You've come to the end of that, and moving into the Nine of Pentacles, which is your sovereignty, your independence, your self-reliance, being okay on your own. No matter whatever happens, you are okay. You are the divine feminine. You create your own world. You create your own passion. You're coming away from not seeing your worth, not seeing your power, not seeing your divinity. Okay, what have we got here? So we've got the 8 of Swords in reverse. Did we not have the 8? And that's the 7 of Swords. Did we not have the 8 here? And when the cards look so different, I get a bit confused. Okay, we've got the 8 of Swords. We've got the Alchemist, which is the Magician. We've got the Princess of Wands in reverse. And we've got the 6 of Pentacles. I feel that this is almost like an individual message for somebody. Let's see them down there. I'm just going to put them there. So coming out of this entrapment, coming out of the your mindset of your own inner entrapment of your thoughts, again sitting on the Tower, going into the Magician energy, realizing that you have everything that you need to create yourself here. With this Page of Wands in it all got a little bit serious. There was no playfulness here. It feels like she was sort of battling against the wind, is what I'm getting. With this card here again, it's a very different energy with it. Not seeing things clearly. You see, she's at the lake here and really just not seeing herself, her beauty. But again, this is in reverse, so coming out of that. And the 6 of Pentacles is about balance, but not okay, I've got it. So it's about so the 6 of Pentacles is about balancing things up. So you have a choice here. For this is an individual message for a certain group of where you have mentally entrapped yourself, not recognizing that you've got this Magician energy, that you've got the power, really of feeling that you've been battling the wind, that you've been stood on your own, and that you've not been able to step forward and make changes. That you now have a choice of whether you go with the negative or whether you go with the positive. It feels like it's a crossroads here of almost like hangman energy. If you focus on I'm going to get what I want, that's what's going to happen. If you focus on the lack, then you're going to get the lack. So I really feel that that is someone's going to resonate with that, whoever they are. Okay, interesting. So let's just finish up with what else do we need to know for, what else do we need to know for this week? What guidance will help us for this week? What else do we need to know for this week? Okay, it's 2 minutes. What else do we need to know for this week, please, Spirit? There's the Empress. What else do we need to know for this week, please, Spirit? The Chariot. the Six of Wands, the King of Swords, the Ace of Cups. So really stepping into that nurturing energy, that divinity of moving forward. There is going to be movement this week. The Chariot also came up in yesterday's reading that I did. This is not a wands. This is the Chariot. This is the yin and the yang coming into balance and moving forward, full steam ahead. The King of Swords can be quite sort of cutting energy. It can be quite dominating and controlling. And what I get with reverse is that it's a much softer side of the King that's going to step forward. It almost feels quite humble. Through the work that the masculine has done, it feels that it's quite humble there. And that the battle is over. It has been won, but there's no need to fight anymore. There was never any need to fight, is what I'm getting with this. You always had hold of this one wand. You always had the ability to step forward, to create, and come forward on this. There's something about this white horse that I'm really being drawn to, and I don't quite know how to convert what they're saying about it. I'm not understanding it. Oh, okay. It's this. So again, it's the movement forward. It's even when he was on his own, even when both parties were on their own, they were progressing forward. They were winning their own battles. And it felt like a battle, but it wasn't actually a battle. That's how it's perceived in the 3D. But actually, it's ascension. So it's not a battle. It's not an awakening. I don't feel like it's that, because both parties are awakened. But it was a movement forward to create this beginning, to create this cup of love, to create this new start, to create this new romantic cycle beginning, which is where we started with this entire reading. The mask is coming off, the blindfold is coming off, everything is being illuminated towards this cup of love. So let me leave you with some guidance for this week. With my current favorite deck. This is the Secret Language of Light deck by Denise Jarvie. I absolutely love it. The feeling of it is just divine, is what I want to say. So Spirit, can we have some guidance please for this week, from the 1st to the 7th of June? What guidance do we need this week, please? What guidance do we need? Any guidance? Grounding. Interesting. I do think that, you know, we are going to need to be grounding our energies. There's a lot of things happening this week. Bottom of the deck, we've got inner voice as well. Just cut the deck. I don't even know why I did that. Let your light shine. Really be illuminated this week. Listen to your inner voice. Listen to what you feel. Let the light come in, but also do something to make sure that you are grounded, to integrate these energies down into the 3D, so you stay solid, because you might feel that you are out of your comfort zone. Meditate, go within, and bring about peace. So I leave you there with so much love, so much light, and I hope you have a fantastic week.